nobody.
What's up, guys? Back with another video today, and I'm a little under the weather. That's why I'm not speaking more louder like I usually do, but I'll try and bring it back, more energy another time. But in the meantime, we got some bad news for Bluepoint. Bluepoint has shut down. Sony has shut down Bluepoint. The makers, well, not the makers, the people that have come out with a lot of good remakes are kind of known for that. And one of the bigger remakes they made was Demon's Souls remake for the PS5, which was incredible. I never beat it, but man, those graphics were amazing. The gameplay was pretty good, and I think it was a really good PS5 remake of an old PS3 game, and it dropped when the PS5 came out, which really showed off what the PlayStation 5 could do. So let's see what the article has to say. This is coming from IGN. The description's going to be, or the link's going to be in the description to the article if you want to read the whole thing. It says PlayStation shuts down Demon's Souls, Shadow of the Colossus remake studio, Bluepoint Games. So that's very, very disappointing. Let's see what's going on. So yeah, guys, these guys made Demon's Souls remake, and I think this game looked fantastic, like I said earlier when it came out, and it was a pretty solid game that was remade. A lot of people really seem to enjoy it. A lot of people like the Souls games, and it was a pretty good game to launch on the PS5. It was great. Like I said, I didn't get to beat it, but I enjoyed the time I played it. And now that Bluepoint shut down, man, maybe I'll go back and actually play this game. It was pretty good. It's very disappointing what's going on. And also with Metal Gear Solid, man. Metal Gear Solid... Man, when it comes to Metal Gear Solid, you know me. I love this series. I have the hoodie I wear all the time when I'm recording videos. But they remade this game, or not the remake, but an HD remaster of this collection. So, I mean, they hit you with God of War also. God of War, Metal Gear Solid, and Demon's Souls, like a complete remake from the bottom to the top, man. It's just really disappointing what's going on with Bluepoint. It's really sad to see them go under. So let's get into the article, see what's going on. So guys, really quick before the article, I will say that I looked up on Wikipedia what they made. So exactly the games that they remastered was Blast Factor 06, God of War Collection, the Ico Shadow of Colossus Collection, which was really good, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection, Gravity Rush Remastered, Shadow of the Colossus, and Demon's Souls, and then supported some other things also. So man, it's really crazy what happened. It's really sad what's going on, but let's see what the article has to say. It says PlayStation has shut down Bluepoint Games, the studio behind the remakes of both Shadow of the Colossus and Demon's Souls. It's sad. This comes from Bloomberg, which confirmed the news with PlayStation. Roughly 70 employees are going to be impacted by the closure when it officially occurs next month. Like, let's not get it wrong, though. 70 employees is not a lot, but it's still 70 people that are going to be out of a job that were doing some really good work at Bluepoint. You know, it's sad. I hate to see that happen. It quote, Bluepoint Games is an incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community. Unquote. A PlayStation spokesman told Bloomberg, quote, we thank them for their passion, creativity, and craftsmanship. I guess, yeah, thank them, but why is Sony shutting them down? They're just not making enough money off Bluepoint? I mean, they made some bangers. They remade some bangers. It's just unfortunate. It says, according to a previous report to Bloomberg, Bluepoint was working on a live service God of War game, which we knew about. If you are keeping track with what was going on with God of War, this was like one that I was not behind. A lot of people were not behind this. I don't know what Sony was thinking about when they thought about thinking to make a God of War live service game. This did not work, and Bluepoint didn't make it, and now they're going the live service route with Hunters, the Hunter's Gathering game. So it's like they didn't do the God of War one, but they decided to do the Hunter's Gathering. I don't understand why they keep trying this, and we've talked about this in other videos. God of War service game up until January of 2025 when the project was canceled, which rightfully should have been. The studio then spent last year pitching new projects, but ultimately was shuttered before it could get one moving. So they tried to really make this happen. They kept coming back with different ideas for the game, but it just wasn't going to work. And I'm glad it didn't, man. If they would have came out with that game, I think Bluepoint would have been shut down a lot earlier. Bluepoint was founded in 2006 by former Retro Studios employees and proceeded to work on a number of PlayStation games, including several collections, which we've mentioned: the God of War collection, Metal Gear Solid collection, and Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. All three bangers. In my opinion, all three of them just great games, and they remade them. And also, they did some work on Titanfall, man. It's, oh God, dude. But Bluepoint's claim to fame when its 2018 remake of Shadow of the Colossus, followed by his 2020 remake of Demon's Souls, which was completely a remake, an actual remake, both of which were highly praised by critics and fans. It was until after Demon's Souls that Sony acquired Bluepoint in 2021. Under Sony's management, Bluepoint did some co-development work on God of War Ragnarok, but otherwise did not release or announce any new games. So, yeah, guys, that's really it. So we're going to go to IGN's post on X really quick and see what some people are saying. This guy has something to say about the sales, but it doesn't really say anything much about the sales. So some people are saying closing the only studio that managed to make a PS5 game look truly next-gen is a brilliant idea. 200 IQ, bravo, Sony. So he's being sarcastic, and they really did. They made that PS5 game of Demon's Souls look fantastic. And then this came out a little bit ago, I think about a week or two ago. This is a Concordian timeline. It's being like a sarcastic. So Concord, we know that Concord sucks. So these are all the live service games that people are talking about. So it's like the Concordian timeline. Obviously, with Concord being the first game, obviously, and then you have High Guard right here. Then you have Marathon that's coming out that is already did not start off good, and then you have the game I was talking about, Horizon Hunters Gathering, which was a live service game from Sony. So I don't know what they're thinking with the live service games. I just don't get it. I really don't, but they're just going to keep trying to push it. It's ridiculous. Someone says, no Bloodborne remake. That's good news. I don't want a Bloodborne to get the Demon's Souls treatment. I want From Software to make a remaster like they did with Demon's Souls 1, not a remake that would ruin the vibe. I think they should do a remaster of Bloodborne, one of my favorite games, but, well, who knows. But people are not happy. There goes my hopes of a Bloodborne remake by them. Could they have made a Bloodborne remake? I think they could have. Would it have been good? I think so. I think they would have done a pretty good job by it. Sound off as much as you want about console unit sales, but without a doubt, this is Sony's worst console generation of all time. So, just things that people aren't liking, and that's really it. Yeah, man, it sucks what happened to Bluepoint. I don't know, the 70 people. Who knows where they're going to go? Not much information on why they shut them down. Maybe it's just not making enough money. Maybe they don't need them anymore. Maybe they have some other ideas, but nothing's really been, posted about anything. But guys, what do you think? Are you upset about Bluepoint? I'm kind of upset. But thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, leave a like or dislike if you didn't. Let me know in the comments what you think about this and where do you see this going? Where do you see Sony going with this? What was the whole point? Guys, thank you very much and have a great day. Bye.